Guardians and friends, please do not come onto the field until the ceremonies have been concluded. We know that you're excited. We know that you are happy for your graduates. Please remember until the ceremony is over, and you're welcome to join us. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the class officers, Nancy Capomaccio, President, Ronald White, Vice President, Kimberly Gayron, Secretary, Laura Murphy, Treasurer, and her class of 1988 graduates. Let's give them a welcome. Please remain standing. Will you join us, please, as Vice President Ronald White leads us in the salute to the American flag. Please salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic by which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Rodney. Now remain standing, please. And join with President Capomaccio in singing the national anthem. Please join your class. Please remain standing. I would like to introduce the Reverend H. Joseph Murphy from St. Joseph's Church to say a prayer over this class. Reverend Murphy.
Oh God, we invite you to be our most honored guest at these commencement exercises for the Somerville High School class of 1988. For our graduates, this is a significant moment. It is a time of celebration of achievement, which is worth all their dreams, hopes, and hard work. It is a moment to say thanks, first of all, to you for all your gifts of body, soul, and mind, and then to their parents, relatives, friends, and school personnel who have assisted them in developing their talents. Having completed their high school studies, they now stretch out new rainbows before them towards careers, family life, and further academic pursuits. May your blessings come upon them now and in the future to direct all their actions in the right way. With your strength, there is much they can accomplish for themselves, their families, and community.
Please be seated. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the high school chorus who will sing Somewhere Out There. Mr. Crothers. Thank you very much, Chorus. That was lovely. This time gives me great pleasure to introduce the platform guests. First, I would like to introduce the chairperson of the Somerville School Committee from Ward 2, Mrs. Patricia D. Jalen. The vice chairperson from Ward 4, Mrs. Mary Ann Capello. School Committee woman from Ward 1, Celia L. Courtney. School Committee woman from Ward 3, Mrs. Dorothy A. S. Gay. School Committee man from Ward 5, Stanley M. Cody, Jr. School Committee woman from Ward 6, Mrs. Julia A. D. Pasquale. School Committee man from Ward 7, Mr. Paul Duhamel. Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Daniel Macero. I'd like to have a big welcome for the next one after 37 years of effort and work for the school department, retiring Assistant Superintendent, Mr. John Joyce. Also at this time, I'd like to have a big hand for the headmaster-elect, very dear friend of mine, Mr. Anthony Fidelli. And last but not least, for two reasons. One, because he will address the graduating class and bring the greetings of the city, but secondly also, he is a friend of education, friend of mine, and a guy who cares a great deal about education and kids, Mr. Eugene Brune, Mayor.
Thank you. Reverend clergy, my colleagues in government, school administrators, parents, family, guests, and most important, the graduating class of 1988. I am pleased to bring you the congratulations and well wishes of all the citizens of our city. The class of 1988 will be known for its great school spirit and your excellent attitude. Maintain that same spirit and attitude in whatever you do in future endeavors. You have had the opportunity to be taught by some wonderful teachers throughout the state during your high school years. Build upon what you have learned and use those wonderful values that your parents have instilled in you. There are challenges and rewards out there waiting for you. Your teachers and your parents have prepared you for the challenges yet to come. It is now up to you to reap the rewards. Let me close with lines taken from your class song. This is your time to fly. Reach and touch the sky. Your dreams will come alive. Thank you. Year after year, when I get through making my little speech, and as you can see, they're very short because this is a very important occasion for you, I, along with Mr. Fasciano, will say to you, and again, I will say to you, and I'm certainly sure he will, but this is the last time he's going to say to you the few words that I'm going to say right now. But before I do, I've had the opportunity all my years as mayor to work with Mr. Fasciano as your headmaster. And let me say to you how pleased and proud I have been to work with this fine man. And I know each and every time at graduation and class day we talk about those who have served you throughout the years. And the applause that you give Mr. Fasciano is well deserved. And I'm pleased that he's going to be promoted into a higher office. We hate to lose him in the high school, and I'm certainly sure all of those and all of those before you will remember the years that you served at Somerville High with Mr. Fasciano. But what I really have to say, I'm saying for your parents. For your parents. and your teachers that this is graduation night. And we say this year after year, that you certainly are going to go out and have a good time tonight, and we expect you to. But we want you here tomorrow, all in one piece. So please, be careful.
You know what I thought he was going to say? Class and invited guests and parents, I did omit to introduce a gentleman on the platform who's been very dear to us in the school and a very integral part of our program, the director of the Occupational Vocational School, Mr. Vincent Callahan. Sorry, Mr. Callahan. At this time, and also, something very, very important, a gentleman that I've worked with for 6 years, I got to kind of say that it's been a pleasure working for him, and I know that he's going to forgive me because I know he knows I got a lot of things on my mind. But I forgot. He's such an integral part of this program, and particularly for you kids. You've all seen him at the school. He's always involved with us. He also is leaving after 6 dedicated years and devoted years, and I'm going to miss him. Superintendent of Schools, Bob Watson. Mayor Cooper, Mayor Cooper. At this time, having hoped that I didn't forget anybody, it gives me great pleasure to introduce the chairperson of the school committee, Mrs. Patricia Jalen, to bring the greetings of the school board.
Greetings to the class of '88 and their friends and supporters and families. Every class is special, and I think one of the special things about the class of '88 is that you survived 2 years of the construction and reconstruction of the high school and all the disruption that caused. And you lived long enough and survived long enough in the high school to enjoy the benefits of it. And I hope you remember from that experience that change and growth are painful, but they're worth it. I think you've not just survived what the mayor said about spirit. I think that this class has brought the high school to heights of school spirit that we haven't seen in a long time, and I'm real proud of you. I heard someone the other day say that the secret to long life could be learned from the longest-lived animal and the longest-lived plant in the world. The longest-lived animal is the Galapagos tortoise, which lives over 100 years, and the redwood, which lives hundreds of years. And the secret to their life is that they grow, and they never stop growing, and when they stop growing, they die. So my wish for you, obviously, is not to get as tall as a Celtic and keep growing, or to stuff yourselves tonight, but that you build on the intelligence and the self-confidence and the skills you've got so far, and that you grow, and you never accept a limit, that you test the limits, and you grow the rest of your lives. Good luck.
Thank you, Ms. Dillon. At this time, it gives me a great deal of pleasure to introduce a very lovely young lady who is the salutatorian of our class. To give her address, Ms. Teresa M. Ledger.
Thank you, Ms. Fasciano. Welcome to the graduation of the class of 1988. I look back at the past 4 years, wondering where they have gone, and thinking sad thoughts, because they are gone forever. Yet the memories remain so vivid. We first met as freshmen at the annex. It was there that we fell into the routine of high school life. I can still hear Mr. Walsh yelling, "To the right, to the right, to the right," in the corridors, and the chimes echoing throughout the school at the beginning of each announcement. How could we forget the creaking gym floor and the bathroom walls with so much graffiti that we resorted to writing on the floor to leave proof of our existence? We have come a long way since then. Tomorrow, our lives will be without the routine we have grown accustomed to during the past 4 years. No longer will we participate in the chaos of homeroom, crowds in the halls, or hear the sound of lockers slamming. No longer will our day begin with Mr. Fasciano's voice booming over the intercom. So many things we will miss. The familiar faces we see daily, our friends, and yes, even our classes. We owe so much to Somerville High School. Let us not leave without thanking our teachers, whose dedication has made our education possible, and whose knowledge has enriched our lives. We are a fortunate class. We attended a school where each one of us was given the opportunity to achieve. The choice to excel was left to us, whether to seize an opportunity or to let it pass. At Somerville High School, we did not only learn the academics. We learned about ourselves, who we really are. We learned about each other, how each is special and unique in his or her own way. Blessed with our diverse mix of people, we gain some sense of the world around us with the respect for the differences we see in others. However different we all are, we come together tonight to graduate and begin a new life, searching for our direction down a chosen road, and yearning for success and happiness in the life that lies ahead. We meet here tonight to say goodbye to our many friends, but we are also saying hello to tomorrow, the future, and a new beginning. Wherever you may go, reach for the best. We, as members of the class of 1988, deserve nothing less. We are proud and honored because we graduated from Somerville High School. Thank you.
She's got a high-pride Somerville High School pin-up. She's going to Jordan this summer, and she's going to do a great job. She's going to put Somerville on the map. We're in Japan, now we're going to Jordan. Nice going, young lady. Next, the star-studded cast brings us our class poem by the very lovely Ratna Chicklingai. Ratna.
Fleeting thoughts. Tick, 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 that's all I hear as the seconds pass, surmounting my fear. Fail this test, then graduation's out of reach. Maybe it's not me. Could it be how they teach? Wait, what's this? Divine inspiration? Maybe it's just my imagination. No, the answers are beginning to flow. It's a good thing, too, with only 5 minutes to go. Well, I guess graduation's not going to pass without my trudging gracefully through the grass. My palms sweating and my knees knocking, my thoughts fleeting as I continue walking, reminiscing over the last 4 years, both filled with laughter and of tears, remembering the efforts that ensure to win, and the days it felt better to just give in. Not to mention every endless application completed with the hopes of reaching each aspiration, coupled with friends who made the years worthwhile. I could never look back unless with a smile. Thank you.
Excellent, excellent job. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce our high school chorus, and this time, like an eagle.
Let's
Thank you very much. Beautiful job. Like an Eagle by the high school chorus. This time it gives me great pleasure to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 1988 to give his address, Jeffrey M. McMaster.
Thank you, Mr. Fasciano. Parents and members of the class of 1988, we are glad to see tonight finally arrive. This is what we've been working for the past 4 years. This is why we took tests, wrote compositions. This is why we entered writing festivals and dissected fetal pigs, took language exams. But we wouldn't have done any of it as successfully without the help of our teachers and the love and support of our parents. Now it's time to begin our real lives. Many of us are leaving home, either to continue our education or to find jobs. What did we gain from the 4 years that we've spent here? I hope the experience has prepared us for the challenges we must face. The most important aspect of education is not the memorization of facts, but the ability to think for ourselves. Tomorrow, we have to choose our careers. The past 4 years have been filled with change. It all began at the Annex. For the first time, students from all over the city were together in one school. We were isolated from the other grades, however, which made it easier to adjust during that first important year of high school. Freshman year was soon over, though, and in September we entered the high school for the first time. It was the beginning of a difficult year, interrupted by construction. Many classes were moved into the recently completed trade wing, or renovation continued in the main building. Classes were often far apart, and in the trade building, many classes had to share rooms, separated only by wooden partitions. Finally, after an extended vacation, we were able to return to a nearly finished school. It was difficult to find the new rooms because all the numbers had been changed. By senior year, we were still asking directions for room 240 or 403, but we took it in stride because we were seniors. Despite all the changes, we were still able to have a successful 4 years. We did well in competitions with other cities and schools, but more importantly, we developed. We matured, became more independent, and looked forward to our lives after Somerville High School. Where will we be 10 years from now? It's impossible to predict, but I hope wherever our paths will take us, we will all be successful in our chosen field, contributing to our society. I hope our lives will be as happy as they are tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. This time, I'd like to call on a very talented young man, the class oldest, Russell J. Fortunato. Russell will read his oath.
Going on day by day, I stop to think the words I had to say. We have to say goodbye to the friends that we have made. The memories won't fade. This won't be our last goodbye. This is our time to fly. Reach and touch the sky. Don't say goodbye. To all the memories we've shared and our friends who've cared, I'll keep you in my heart till the end of time. And our dreams will be one until our time is done. All our dreams will be as one. Now all is said and done, go where you will, our destinies are one. Through all the tears we've shared, as we soared on our way, the memories will stay. Yesterday has passed us by, our dreams will come alive, reach and touch the sky, don't say goodbye.
this time I would ask that we all stand for an invocation by Reverend Paul Fevrier, Haitian Somerville Church of God. Reverend Fevrier.
Heavenly Father, in the name of Jesus our Savior, we thank you for the time and opportunity to be here tonight. Thank you for the school staff that was so patient to teach these young people. They had to work hard, and you were with them. Bless the graduates and parents who spent time and money to help these young people. We also ask you to bless the school department of this city. Please, dear Lord, give to these young people the blessing that they need to go further, wisdom and courage to serve the city and country. We ask it in the name of Jesus. Amen. Please be seated.
I think Laura Murphy said it best at Class Day when she said, these were the 4 best years of my life. And I think Nancy capped it off when she thanked all of her classmates for the support and for the spirit. I too agree with the mayor that there was a great deal of spirit in this class. Obviously there are a few clowns. But if one wants to be a clown, I guess that's one's privilege. We did teach you to make decisions. Having made the decision, you must live with it. Class Day was a very, very commendable and exciting day for me. Jokingly, for 14 years, I have always received a blank envelope. This was not because the class felt I was worth nothing. This was because standardly the money was in the school account and the check was symbolic. This year, the class, through the class officers, presented me a chair which was extremely touching and extremely sentimental to me. I think for the first time, the realization is hitting me that I, like you, will be graduating. I think for the first time, this will not be just another night in which I will prepare a senior class for graduation. And then tomorrow, go back and start with the class of '89. But we must move on, as I must. And you too must move on. Because tomorrow, whether it be to college, to the business world, or to the work in general, you must move on. We think, we know, we have prepared you. We know that you are ready. We ask you to go out and to be proud of the community and to be super proud of the high school that you attended for the last 3 years. We ask you to be goodwill ambassadors, to tell people that what Howie Carr says, what other newspapers and newscasters say are not true. That Somerville, and particularly Somerville High School, is a fine school, a comprehensive school that prepares you for anything. We think we do that well, and we are not ashamed to send you out with a diploma with our signatures on it. No, never again will you have to hear my voice over the loudspeaker. Never again will I have to be angry or will I have to be happy because of something you've done. Because in the years, you have given me both. Fortunately, most has been happiness. Because I have found out, for one thing, that I will miss dearly by not being the principal of this high school is dealing with you, the students. I know that I feed and gain energy from what you give me. And I thank you for all you've given me. And I thank you for the classes that have graduated before that perhaps I haven't realized how much it means to me to walk corridors to enter classrooms, to deal one-on-one with you, to try to make you a better person than you are. I hope in some way I have touched you, I have helped you, or somewhere you have learned something from what I have said. Because if you have not, then I will have done nothing, and my words will have been empty. And last, as I've told every class that I've spoken to on graduation night, the time now comes for you to challenge us, for you to come back and to tell us what we did not do right, just as we, for 3 years, told you what you did not do right. Because now you are the products of that school, and we open and welcome any remarks you might have that would make us a better school. I wish you the best of luck in whatever you do. Some of you have become extremely close to me. Some of you I will never forget. All of you are important to me, and I will continue what I thought the mayor was going to say earlier. I would ask that tonight you party and you celebrate. You deserve it. But I will ask that you do not drink and drive. I will ask you that so that you may remain in one piece. You are a special commodity to us and to the future. You are the future. I hope these past 3 years have been wonderful years, as they have been for Laurie and for many others. I wish you the best of luck, and now let's get on with the show. Ellie, you ready? Yes, sir. All right, let's go, class officers and voters. President of the class of 1988, a very lovely, wonderful, beautiful young lady, Nancy L. Capomaccio.
Vice President Ronald P. White.
Secretary Kimberly M. Gayron.
Treasurer Laura F. Murphy.
Valedictorian Jeffrey M. McMaster.
Salutatorian Teresa M. Ledger.
Otis Russell J. Fortunato.
Poet Rasna Chikalinaya.
Sharon J. Barton.
Joyce E. Nunnally.
Malagazara S. Beckla.
Josephine D. Pasqua.
Lucy F. Caputo.
Eleanor L. Pye.
Joseph M. Carrero.
Michael B. Santos.
Jean E. Doffany.
Reka R. Sheikh.
Sabrina N. Feria.
Joanne Sparkle.
Nun M. Ho.
Xiu Hong Wang.
Christina Karavitis.
Xuan Wang.
Andrew J. Lappin.
Lisa A. Wiswall.
Kathleen T. Mangan.
Martha A. Woods.
Min H. Nguyen.
Sabino Lagatola. Jennifer L. Lavalle.
Scott A. Abbott.
Jody L. Leach.
Shannon F. Abbott.
Thomas B. Leahy.
Deanna M. Abel.
Louis F. Leal.
Carl B. Ahern.
Michelle L. Leary.
Jean R. Alexandra.
Joseph Levitt.
Handsome Kirk A. Allen.
Paul J. Sonia L. Lobuono,
David G. Ardolino,
Barbara A. Motovite,
Maria G. Aruda,
Tracy A. Long,
Stephen A. Arsenal,
Roy W. Luongo,
Ruben A. Barrow,
Lisa M. Lupo,
Lara Barboza,
Tina M. Lyons,
Odelia H. Barboza,
Daniel J.B. McDonald,
Christine M. Babin,
David M. McDonald,
Francis J. Beckett,
Paul D. Macero,
Nicole Belizar,
Thomas J. Madoa,
Jason A. Bennett,
David J. Manzi,
Joshua A. Bai,
Louis N. Morano,
Christian L. Bowman,
Alina M. Marcello,
Ernest A. Bonos,
Jennifer M. Maraha,
Karen M. Boucher,
Stephen C. Marshall,
Denise Bowen,
Tracy A. Martelli,
Jeannie Boyle,
Susan P. Martin,
Francis J. Brady,
Maria L. Martin,
William S. Franco,
Tammy M. McAllister,
Eric J. Brockway,
Nancy McDonough,
Kelly E. Brown,
Sheila M. McEwen,
Stephen M. Brown,
Devin G. McGuire,
Tricia M. Brundage,
Teresa J. McKenzie,
Keith Bryant,
Charlene L. McLean,
Dean K. Buckley,
Keith A. McLaren,
Todd M. Bullen,
Peter P. McLean,
Eric K. Buscemi,
Kelly A. McPhee,
Daniel Butler,
Sharon A. McSweeney,
Deborah E. Butts,
Catherine C. Madero Silva,
Fatima L. Cabrera,
Maria E. Medeiros, Teresa F. Medeiros,
Marco A. Cabrera,
Lena M. Malachi,
Louis M. Cayero,
Ricardo M. Mendez,
Joseph M. Callanan,
Rui Mendez,
Joseph P. Callanan,
Amanda S. Mendoza,
Mark E. Capamacho,
Christopher Murcia,
Deneen Capiello,
Kimberly A. Messina,
Anthony P. Carbone,
Ronald A. Messina,
Tina M. Carconi,
Karen A. Michaels,
Michael A. Carnival,
Celia A. Miller, Daniel J. Monti,
John L. Carrero,
Enrique R. Mondelanos,
Lou C. Carrero, Joseph N. Caroca,
Christopher J. Moran,
Christine A. Caruso,
David D. Moran,
John M. Cavallo,
Gina M. Morani,
Stanley I. Castro,
John A. Morganti,
William F. Colley,
Anne-Marie Munger,
Kathleen M. Kavanaugh,
Christopher M. Mersley,
Sandra M. Cicchini,
Kevin W. Neal,
Tom Chayes,
David Neufeld,
Paul D.
Parilla.
James M. Costa.
Ramona Pasqualino.
Michelle M. Costa.
Daniel B. Pastori.
Kim M. Cotta.
Sonia L. Paulo.
Michael P. Carter.
Stephen Pavao.
Christopher E. Coughlin.
Denise E. Pereira.
Keith B. Coughlin.
Emmanuel M. Pereira.
Sean R. Coyle.
Fatima C. Pereira.
Kevin M. Prida.
Louisa M. Pereira.
James B. Grove.
James B. Terry.
Victor Cucinato.
Barbara Pierre.
Joanne Cunha. Laurie J. Curtis.
Terry J. Tino.
Troy W. Curtis.
Robert A. Piracini.
John E. Cushing.
Michael Fliscana.
Nelia M. Tacoma.
Annetta Politis.
Maureen P. Daly.
Chedley Frenelum.
Nancy L. Denier.
William C. Quinlan Jr.
Sandra Deanna.
Joseph D. Quinn.
Michael S. DeRocha.
Denise Ragno.
Anna P. Da Silva.
Isabel Ramos.
Jeffrey DeVita.
Peter G. Raposo.
Patricia DeCondick.
Sharon E. Ray.
Jane E. DeFuria.
Michael S. Recupero.
John A. Delano.
Nelsie Rigo.
Diana L. DiNovellis.
Andrew B. Reitano.
Catherine A. DePietro.
John S. Rapucci. Stephen G. Reska.
Anthony DiRenzo.
Roy M. Rebus.
Kathy D. Saltner.
Karen L. Wright.
Paul J. De Souza.
Catherine M. Richmond.
Jose C. Diaz.
David S. Richmond.
Dana A. De Blasio.
Daniel M. Rivera. Cheryl A. Robinson.
Kelly A. De Chico.
Michael E. Rockwell.
Daniela De Pusto.
Dacia M. Rodriguez.
Karen M. DiMarzo.
Raquel Rosario.
Patricia B. Dion.
Luigi F. Rosatone.
Julie M. D. Pasquale.
Kimberly J. Robb. Brian W. Russo.
Karen E. DeFerna.
Michelle M. Santos.
Karen M. DeRusso.
Terry J. Sarno. Lisa M. Schiavone. Jean M. Schmee.
Laura A. DeVasta.
James M. Schofield.
Keith E. Doherty.
Aaron L. Sears.
That's mommy. Thomas Doherty.
Joe P. Sorrell.
John Donovan.
Maureen A. Shea.
Frederick S. Dora.
Michael P. Shine.
David S. Grego.
Arthur S. Silva.
Gina M. Dudley.
Janine L. Sims.
Stephen T. Dufour.
Christine A. Sirocco.
Stanley Dumay.
Diane M. Justice.
Rena F. Dupree.
Sheila Ann Scaling.
Daniel A. Durfee.
Kurt M. Skovinsky.
Frederick J. Durfee.
Joseph L. Smith.
Isabella Dutra.
Paul D. Smith.
Sheila L. Dyer.
Robert D. Smith.
Christian A. Eastman. Mark C. Estes.
Lawrence R. Smith.
Kim E. Evans.
Kenneth J. Smuck.
Robert H. Everett.
Dale A. Snow.
Frank J. Fagan.
David Soares.
Jeffrey P. Silestra.
Martha R. Thunderman.
Stephen L. Sama.
Carla G. Sosa.
Wayne Fasulo.
Rosa M. Souza.
Sandra M. Fernandez.
Lisa M. Souza.
James J. Ferrazzani.
Bryce P. Sparagus.
Antonio A. Ferrara.
Tavares. Louis A. Rennie. Jennifer A. Taylor. Maureen L. Tian.
Jose M. Furtado Jr.
David M. Texera.
Paul M. Furtado.
Joe M. Texera.
Paul B. Galvio.
Richard D. Thibodeau. Mark W. Thistle.
Liliana A. Garcia.
Joseph F. Thomas.
Susan G. Gaspar.
Kelly A. Thomas.
Yvette L. Gator.
Sean P. Tiernan.
Derek A. Gary.
Jason E. Trabuco.
Pamela J. Gibran.
Diane M. Travassos.
Laura A. Giozzi.
Glenn J. Travassos.
Ronald D. Gilblair.
Paul R. Travassos.
Marie E. Gillot.
David T. Tresca.
Brian T. Gobiel.
Donna M. Tuttle.
Hildeberto M. Gomez. Michael J. Gravel. Augusto A. Greco.
Natalino L. Triumfi.
Maria J. Galtieri.
Donna M. Tuttle.
Robert E. Hamilton.
Linda C. Uccello.
Janine M. Hannigan. Stephen J. Hardy.
Pauline R. Bacheret.
Richard J. Harrington. Robert E. Harvey. Corey H. Ashton.
Celia F. Malada.
Frank L. Hoff.
Lisa C. Valente.
Lisa A. Hayes.
Jenny A. Valiant.
Jeffrey N. Hazel.
Cesar R. Vieira.
Robin L. Heapy.
Antonio M. Villalobos.
Alan Hurd.
Santiago Villalobos.
Shannon M. Hennessy.
Chandelier C. Vital.
Scott A. Higgins.
Tracy A. Vitello.
Rochelle L. Height.
Neveria A. Viveros. Hung T. Vo.